whatever you have, you can actually look at the community, and you can, whatever the questions you have, you can post them in community, and you can get the answers. Let's say you are developing something and you got a problem with your particular code. So you can log into the community, post your question, and someone can actually see it and reply to you with a particular answer. So that's also one thing which is very helpful. And this is the screen which you people, some of you might be aware of, some of you might not be, but this is the backend view or the native view of ServiceNow. What we call is the basic soul of ServiceNow. So this is a screen when you first log in as a developer or even as an admin. Depending on the rights you have, you can see a particular screen, but this is the screen that we people tend to see a lot. And it gives you all of the, it gives you, access to a particular module, whatever you want to work on, whether you want to work on incident, problem, or change, you want to configure the incident, you want to configure the emails, configure the workflow, or modify some of the or write some of the scripts inside ServiceNow. So this is it. Let me take you to the whole PDI. Yeah, one more thing is you can also try to use this, implement this. ServiceNow provides a great capability of learning, because it provides you a personal developer instance, what we call as PDI. Uh, Anyone can go into ServiceNow website, create their account, and request for a particular instance, which is a personal developer instance, and they can literally make their hands dirty, try to learn these things on this particular instance, which is completely free. It is a exact replica of the production instance, whatever we people are using. All the features are exactly same. Everything you can learn from one line to one line. Even we people tend to use this up until now. Let's say we want to implement one particular requirement in our production environment. So we first of all tend to, implement that thing in our personal developer instance. And when we are foolproof and when we are very much satisfied with it, okay, it's not having any errors, and so we can go ahead and implement that thing in our actual environment. So this is very good thing provided by ServiceNow to learn whatever you want to. And the more time you spend in this particular instance, the more you will be, be familiar with it, and more you will learn, the more things you can tweak in this. So coming to this, the last is we have thank you slide. So I will let you know how to actually create these. Yep. So basically, this is the personal developer instance that you guys are seeing on the screen. This comes up with its own randomly generated name. For example, for this particular instance, which I created recently, has a name of dev with a number 267906. This is your personal developer instance. Whatever you will see create for your learning purpose will have this particular name or a changed name. The number will be changed, but everything else will be constant. .service-now.com. So even in your real-time scenarios, the instance, we call this particular thing as an instance, a dev instance, a prod instance, and everything. I will let you know what all these things are. But the thing that you work in your actual day-to-day scenarios is this will be replaced with your company name. Let's say you're working for TCS, so it will somewhat be tcs.servicenow.com. Or if you're working for Wipro, it will be wipro.servicenow.com. Anything, and let's say you're working for HP, it will be hp.servicenow.com. So yeah, it works like this. And whenever you create a new account and you request a new personal developer instance, you will be allocated a new instance with its random name, and then you can log into it and you can utilize it. So this is the home screen or the landing page, the UI page that gets everyone gets redirected to it. You can utilize it, you can go through it, whatever you want to learn, you can learn all these things. Open the studio to create the ID, or to create some of the low code applications, or open the flow designer and personalize the user experience using UI builder and the mobile studio and all of these things. And if you see, this is the branding of a particular company, you can change this, you can configure all these things also. As an administrator, you can do this. Currently it is branded as ServiceNow. You can change the branding as TCS or Wipro, whatever you want to, it will be changed. uh, this is the main thing which we call as we tend to call this as a left hand navigator, but yeah, it is actually a navigator, gives you access to all of the modules, all of the applications, and their modules, and includes so many things. If you take a look at it, self-service, access analyzer, and all these things. We have incident, problem, and change also over here, and some other things, assessment, surveys and reports, and AI search, and all these things. So this is a whole mm, big thing, but we will go one by one. Some of them are useful for us, some of them are not at all useful for us. So we'll go one by one. You can try to search for your required module. Let's say you want to work on incident form. So you can search for incident and it will give you the results. And inside a particular application, we have so many modules to create a new incident, open the incident that are assigned to me, create the incident that are in open state, create the incident that are open and unassigned. Sorry, open all of the incident that are in resolved state, or open all incident irrespective of the state. So these are some of the modules which you can utilize. Let's say I'm opening all. So this will come up and give you the filter of, okay, these are the incidents that we have currently out of the box. In our personal developer instance, we have 67 instances, incidents out of the box. So these things coming back over here, this is the favorites tab. Whatever module you're working on, you can actually make it as a favorite using the star icon. Let's say I want to make all incident as my favorite. So if I click on the star and do done, so this will now be added into a favorite, which is incident all. You can add or remove anything you want to, because it will help you in navigating quickly. Let's say you don't want to go into a left hand navigator and type whole thing incident and then scroll down and find everything. You can create a favorite of yourself. Anything you want to access, let's say I want to access problem, and I'm working on problems almost regularly. So I will create new problem as a favorite. And now whenever I log in, what is that? So whenever I log in future, I can just quickly go to this favorites tab and click on this favoritely created icon, and it will open the new problem form for me. So this is the history tab, which you can click and see, okay, whatever have you've accessed. Let's say I've accessed incident, problem, and all of these things 1 minute ago, and these are the things I accessed on May 12th. So this is basically your history only, whatever you have gone through, and other things that are there. These are the workspaces. And if you go on and try to find out anything, let's say you're working on incident and you've opened incident form. So this thing will actually change. This will give you on which particular page you are. So right now you're on incidents page, it will automatically change. If you go back to home, it will change to home. If you go back to problem, it will change to problem right now. Oh, okay, it's not changing to problem. Let me go to problems all. So all of the problems that are there inside service now, okay, now it went to problem. Now you can actually see. So wherever you are, you can get to know, okay, this is the particular thing I'm here. Mm, and this is a global search. If you want to search a particular thing inside this particular instance, you can utilize this feature. Let's say you want to search for a particular incident. I clicked on incident from history and I want to search this particular incident, or you're working on one particular incident and you just found that incident number and hit here, hit enter. It will redirect you to that particular incident page. Okay, seems like my net is not working. Okay. You can click on it and it will redirect you to that particular instance, or anything. You can hit up a problem number or anything that you guys tend to use. We will come on this form navigation. I will mm, explain all these things to you later on. Now, after this particular search icon, which is a global search, we have this globe-like icon, which is mainly used by developers, majorly. So this contains two things. First is application scope, and the other thing is update set. I will explain all these things to you later on and deeply, but to get an idea of what an application scope is, basically, let's say we have created one particular application. So it works like containers. Uh, the current application scope is global. You can select any other application scope also, but global is the first application scope which was created when ServiceNow was actually created. So whatever you create in global scope, it can be accessed by every application, but whatever is created inside a particular scope, it will be scope specific. So it works like containers. Uh, okay, let's say it basically differentiates between, a particular application resides in this particular scope, so they are different from each other. So let's say an application is designed in a global scope, incident, problem, change, all are in global scope. So, and there is one more application that is designed in a different scope, let's say change or CMDB or any other scope. So they are completely different from the applications that are residing in global scope. It is a container management or application management, and this is the update set. If you click on this, and if you click on this open list, you will see what all update sets you have inside your system. Right now, out of the box, we only have two, but in your actual scenario, you will have a lot of them. So what it tells you is whatever developer has worked on, or whatever he's trying to develop, he's trying to configure, everything will be captured inside an update set. If we click on this default, so first of all, there is an default update set which is automatically created by the system. We have not done anything into this. So whatever configurations a developer do, everything gets captured in the customer updates. Let's say I tried to modify one form, I tried to uh, rearrange these fields and bringing name over here, bringing application over there, and all these things. These are configuration changes, and every changes that a developer do, they get captured into this update set, and we can then utilize this update set to actually move our changes from one instance to another. This is about update set to actually capture the developer work and move from one instance to another instance. This is connect chat. Sidebar discussions. You can actually connect with uh, all of the people that are there in your particular company or that are inside ServiceNow. You can connect to them, or anyone actually mentioned you somewhere. Let's say I have mentioned myself inside this incident, or anyone else mentions me inside an incident, let's say over here. So I will get notified by this. Okay, I got mentioned over here or this particular record. Or if I want to connect with someone, I can utilize this. This is the help icon, help center. Basically, you can try to take a tour of it. And basically, from company to company, this help center is designed. If you want to learn anything about something, so they can, currently this is navigating us to docs.servicenow.com. A company can navigate its employees to its particular knowledge article, knowledge base, so they can utilize those knowledge articles and can take help from there. These are the notifications, the same notifications that you have this particular mention or someone updated something for you. And this is the main profile page of the person who is actually logged in. You can see your particular profile. It will take you to sysuser table. This is your particular profile right now. Because I logged in as an admin, so this is showing me my particular profile. I am system administrator. This is my email, this is the date format, and this is my particular title. You can go and change your password and everything you can do from here. Any person who logs in, if they try to reset or change the password, they can utilize these buttons and these links and they can do it. And then we have preferences, what I have mentioned. So any other UI type of thing that you want to configure or change inside ServiceNow, you can use this. Let's say display, you want to, load the related list with the form or after the form or anything. Use compact spacing. Uh, these are all, cosmetic changes of your particular instance, the look and feel of the instance that you want to change. Show help tips on the form. Current page is default page. So if you log in first, though, so the current page that we have seen when we actually logged in, let me take you there, is this particular page, which is this default home page. But we can actually change it to something else. We can use dashboards, use the page I'm on now, or continue where I left off. So if I select dashboards, and then I log in, or then I reload. So we can actually navigate to any of the dashboard that we have created. So a person that is logging in, they can come up and gets redirected to that particular dashboards. These dashboards basically contains some of the reports that the developer has created or the company is utilizing. So they can directly log in and they can directly land on this particular page. Uh, load related list in the classic form, with the form, after the form, and on demand. So what are related list? I will tell you. Basically, if you go on to any particular incident, let's say, click on all and click on a particular incident. So this is the form that is loading. A form contains so many fields, and a form contains some of the sections. These are form sections, and these are the related list. Basically, all of the records that are related to a particular incident. Let's say a child incident is related to a particular incident. um, this particular incident 9009, I have, let's say, 5 child incidents. So these child incident are related to, so any record that is related to that particular record which you have opened, let's say I've opened 9009 right now. Any record that is related to this incident will be called as a related item, or related record, and will come under a related list. These all are related list, what we call. And if you can see the preferences, if you go there and select this on demand or after the form loads, let's say I select on demand, I selected this, and closing this, it will save. Now whenever the form actually loads, it will not load the related list automatically. You will have to click on this particular load related list button, and it will then load the related list. So these are some of the changes, the cosmetic changes that you can do inside your particular instance. Let's keep this with the form right now. Use compact spacing is actually will give you a little real estate. Let's say a user is having a small screen size, so this will actually compact the space. You see, it got changed. It's not a major change, but it gives you a little more real estate. If you click on this again and save it and click outside, so it is somewhat a little compacted, saving you a little space on the form.